Chapter 9. The Arrow of History. For thousands of years, humans lived in small, scattered groups, separated by mountains, rivers, and vast distances. These groups had their own languages, customs, and beliefs, rarely interacting with outsiders. But over time, something changed. The world began moving toward unity. People who had never met before started sharing goods, ideas, and cultures. This process did not happen by accident. It was driven by powerful forces that shaped history in ways no one could have predicted. One of the strongest forces was money. In ancient times, people relied on barter, exchanging goods directly. But this system was complicated and inefficient. If a farmer had wheat but needed shoes, he had to find a shoemaker who wanted wheat. Money solved this problem by providing a common medium of exchange. It allowed people to trade with strangers, building economic networks that stretched across continents. Gold and silver coins became universally accepted, making it easier for merchants to do business, even with those who spoke different languages or worshipped different gods. Over time, money helped connect distant civilizations, weaving them into a single economic web. Another force that shaped unity was empire. Throughout history, rulers expanded their territories, conquering new lands and bringing diverse peoples under one government. Empires often ruled with violence, crushing resistance and forcing people to obey their laws. But they also built roads, established legal systems, and created common languages. The Roman Empire, for example, controlled vast lands across Europe, the Middle East, and North Africa. It brought order to places that had once been divided by endless tribal conflicts. Even when empires collapsed, they left behind structures that continued to shape society. The laws and customs they introduced often survived long after the conquerors disappeared. Religion also played a major role in bringing people together. In early human history, religions were mostly local, tied to specific tribes or regions. But as civilizations expanded, religions evolved to reach wider audiences. Instead of worshipping gods that belonged only to one tribe, people started following universal beliefs that could apply to anyone. Christianity, Islam, and Buddhism spread across multiple continents, teaching ideas that connected millions of people. These religions not only provided spiritual meaning but also helped establish moral codes that made cooperation easier. A merchant from one land could trust a trader from another land simply because they shared the same faith. Religious institutions also created vast networks of education, hospitals, and charity, further linking human societies. Science and knowledge contributed to this growing unity as well. In the past, most knowledge was passed down through tradition, and different cultures had their own ways of understanding the world. But as trade and empire expanded, so did the exchange of ideas. Greek philosophy influenced Islamic scholars, who then preserved and expanded that knowledge, passing it to medieval Europe. Mathematics from India, papermaking from China, and navigation techniques from the Arab world all spread across vast regions, making progress possible on a global scale. As humans learned more, they developed a shared understanding of nature, medicine, and technology. Despite all these connections, the movement toward unity was not always smooth. Wars, revolutions, and conflicts constantly reshaped societies. Some people resisted new ideas, while others embraced them. But the overall direction of history remained the same. The world kept moving toward integration, with economies, governments, and belief systems becoming increasingly linked. Even today, this process continues. Modern technology, trade, and global communication have made humanity more connected than ever before. Borders still exist, and cultural differences remain, but the forces that began shaping unity thousands of years ago are still at work. The journey that started with scattered tribes is now leading toward a world where humans, for better or worse, are part of a single interwoven system.